Hello, this is Tristan. I'm the graduate assistant for Campus Life at LIU Post. It is nice to meet you all. I'm just trying to test and see if something works, right? If you can all hear me. Sounds great. So I would like to start my presentation by introducing myself, like I said before. I'm a graduate assistant, which means I'm also a graduate student here. I finished my undergrad here at LIU Post as well. I will. So once I finish my presentation, if you will have any questions with campus related or student related, feel free to ask me. Before I start my presentation today, I would like you all to watch a brief video that is directed by our international students on campus. And the video covers a lot information about campus life and also orientation and focus on international student programming as well. Get you started on this one.
Down and oh my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burdened be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. Me up to more than I can be. When I am on your shoulders, you raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stars.
hope you all enjoy the video. The video is put together with all the activities and pictures from the student activities at the student clubs as well as the campus life and the international student services used to be put together. Now I shall start my presentation. So, campus life is combined with several offices, and right now the mission of our office, including residence life, which is your life on campus within the residence halls, and student activities, including student organizations, Greek life, and international programming as well. Sustainability, which is like together to bring. We have our zip card here that you can give your driver's license, even if it's international driver's license, you can get authorized and rent a car right here on campus. Community service, which a lot of international students may not really have the opportunity to do that in your own country, but you have the opportunity to do here. Um, and the student-run business that we have the sweet shop, we have the technology shop, and as well as the okay, I see a message here too. I hope you all can hear me right. Maybe my voice is a bit soft. Yes. So, as I said, we have a lot of these things here on campus, and I wish the campus will be a place that you can get all your experience start with. I want more focus on international programming throughout this presentation. So right now you can see, and from the video that you have seen, there are several um, events that we used shortcuts to describe it, like the IEW stands for International Education Week that happens in every fall semester, and it's a whole week of events that put together by by school as well as the student associations on campus. We usually traditionally have the IEW opening celebration where all the students will get together, and this is again like a week to celebrate international student on this campus. You have seen pictures of words of the word through the video, international game night, the basketball competition, as well as passport around the hall. And in spring semester, we usually have the International Culture Week. This is more fun that student activities and student organizations tend to put more effort into this week to make this week a celebration of international culture at LIU Post. And events including Taste of the Word, international fashion show that you have seen several students dressed up in their traditional clothes to represent their own culture, as well as international fashion night. This is the picture from the past IEW opening dinner ceremony. The basketball game that we have. This is the Viking Scandinavian students that are representing their team. The ladies are quite strong. And this is a team that put together by our Asian student, and it's all female as well. We have female and male basketball for International Education Week. Passport around hall. This is the time where if you live on campus, all your residence halls will be decorated, will choose a country and be decorated with that countries and to represent the country's culture as well as their food and their costume, and like pretty much with that event they can like work through all the residence halls, then you get to experience, have a taste that from all over the world. This is one year they dress up for Korea. And meanwhile, if you have any questions regarding to campus life, feel free to ask me through the Q&A session. You can see all the residence assistants will be dressed up in different cultures and perform in that way, which is, if you haven't traveled to this country yet, it will be a great experience for you to go. And this is the one that we also, besides passport on the hall, by the end of the trip, you can also experience religious around the world as well. This is the words of the word event. a taste of the word, where students organization put it together with the support of student with campus offices that we can gather like snacks from each culture. Cool. So we have several different international organizations on this campus. We have the Chinese Students Scholars Association, CSSA. We have Korean Student Association, KSA. And we have Taiwanese Student Association. We also have Anglo American Club that is put together with our Anglo American as students. There are students from India as well as students that are here but have an Indian background. We have our Vikings Scandinavian Club, which also known as Vikings. They are like again, like it says itself, it's the Scandinavian population on this campus. We have chats, which stands for conversation, helping, and teaching students. We last but not least, we have our International Student Union, which is an organization that co-hosts with all these uh, cultural representative clubs that to get then they put up events like International Education Week and International Culture Week all start all together. And also you can also start your own if your culture is not represented. So let me tell you more about ISU. Again, like I said, ISU stands for International Student Union. It's a council that aids international students to be involved with the university as well as introduce their culture to other students. ISU gives international students a voice to be heard. Their traditional events, including co-hosting the International Education Week with the authors, as well as International Cultural Week. They also organize community service for international students to get an experience different variety, different experience that we can get here in the United States. We have been to soup kitchen, um, senior house with for developmental delayed adults, and the students really enjoy these kind of community service. As quote unquote, I've heard one of the Taiwanese students mention to me before that she had hardly had experience doing these kind of type of community service in Taiwan, where her needs and experience really got met here at LIU Post and in the United States. LSU also sponsor and help other international clubs and organizations for their own event. If and moreover, like I said before, if your culture is not represented here at the LIU Post, and yet you don't want to start your club yet, or organization yet, would be a great way for you to join ISU as a cultural representative, where ISU can help you host your traditional cultural event. I have known a couple student organizations actually received help from ISU before they officially start their own as a club. CSSA, they is the Chinese Student Association on this campus. They host biannual cultural celebration, which all the Chinese students well known for. It's a Chinese New Year and the Moon Festival. They also have bi-campus sports games. They have pinball games, community service, and also I think all the undergrad students will be very interested in the League of Legends. It's a computer game that I heard it's very popular lately. This is some of the flyers that from their past events and some pictures too from this is definitely the Moon Festival that we get. As you can see, we have a lot of students participating in these kind of events. And again, like I understand when you study abroad, as I'm an international student myself, a lot of oftentimes that you want to celebrate traditional holidays and like these celebrations may not be done because by yourself on your own in a way because it's symbolized for like a cultural gathering and with student clubs on this campus that you can all celebrate together on campus. This is the next picture of the Chinese New Year and the okay, so this is like I said, CSSA co-sponsor with other clubs to do biannual sports games. This is the basketball and the soccer game that students really all was very energetic during these kind of events because they can then cheer for their team. You can see we have a lot of students going to these kind of uh, events. And paintball game is also another thing that it's like, and again, like when you see these flyers and pictures of our past event, it's not just let's say it's Chinese hosted the event. It's not only Chinese students went to the event. They are actually open to all the campus, which means it's open to American students as well. I think all the international students. We also have Korean Student Association here on campus. They did the traditional events, including the Korean Thanksgiving, that is in fall semester, and sports competition that along with co-sponsoring with other clubs like CSSA and the International Art Show. They also are good, like a very big part for International Education Week and Cultural Week to represent their own culture. We had a Korean performance 1 year. As you can see, it's celebrating culture, and there's other students and representatives that were there as well. We also have the Vikings Scandinavian Club. Vikings, as like all their events are open to all the students. If like let's say you're not from Scandinavian culture, but you wanted to visit or get to know more about the Scandinavian culture, you can definitely join Vikings and their all their fish trip Christmas party waffle cell. I have to tell you, they have the best waffle ever on this planet, and that personal I felt that way. And also the Scandinavian house trip. If you've never been to a Scandinavian house and had Scandinavian traditional cuisine before, this would be a great experience for you to be able to experience more while you are in here in New York and through the campus life and the student organizations. This is some pictures that we have from the past Vikings Christmas party. And this is the Vikings Scandinavian house. You can see the dessert is pretty, and I bet it's very delicious. And we have our chats program here. It's also a student organization that they do. They work closely with International Student Union and other international clubs on this campus to do student programming. But they also are like conversational partners. Means if you are interested, many of international students have had chess partners before at LIU Post, but the program will pair you with one American student where you meet weekly for a certain amount of time to practice your English. So this like student often like the chess partners often reported that they have great um, success in a way that they can both get to know American culture better, as well as they can get to know each like different culture of the different countries. These are some past pictures that we had. You can see a lot of chess partners are participating in these events, which I'm not sure if how many of you will be taking the English Language Institute. Usually, a lot of ESL students are very interested in these kind of participation because it really helps them enhance their speakings and listening in a way. And many of the trust partners even meet later after they finish their partnership program. They become friends in a way. We also have our Indo-American club here. As I said, this club is put together with our Indian students as well as students that are American students but have Indian cultural background. Their traditional event including Holi Festival and Diwali. I've been to several of their events. I would say their food and their Indian henna tattoo, as well as the energetic, like you can see in this picture. It's wonderful. It's a great experience that you have here at LA Post. And that is all for my presentation. Meanwhile, as I mentioned before, I'm also a student here at LIU Post. So I have my undergrad degree here, and I'm also from China. Um, um, so if you would have any questions, please feel free to ask me. Let me just wait here to see if there's any. questions? Again, well, I think I've mentioned before that the campus life. Let me just tell you more about campus life. The campus life, it's combined as was from several offices. The residence life office, well, again, like we're all located in one building, so it will be very easy for you to find us. Um, as well as, okay, hang on. We have a question here. One of our students asked, what if I want to start an international club that is not one I've mentioned? Excuse me. How can you do that? Cool. So, again, I've mentioned before, if you wanna, if let's say some of the culture is not mentioned about from the clubs I've introduced to you. Certainly, you can visit the Campus Life office, which is going to be my office, at located in one of our student buildings. It's called Hillwood. You can meet with one of our officers to discuss why you want to start a club. Well, ask you questions briefly about what are the goals and objectives of your club, and we will give you paperwork for you to fill out, and we can help you start your club to represent your culture right there. And moreover, like I said before, if you don't have enough friends or you don't have enough helpers to get you start your own club, you can always be a part of International Student Union. And their meeting time meet weekly, so you can join that meeting and be one of their cultural representative, and you can have ISU to help you in a way to represent your culture and start your um cultural event. And maybe in that way you will gather some helps and recommendations that later on you can start your club that way. Cool. As I continue back to the campus life subject, the residence life part is also located in the same buildings upstairs of our main office, where you can all your campus life coordinator will be the building kind of the building go-to person, a staff member that is for all the residence buildings, and you can their offices are located in the second floor of our main office, as well as like it's pretty much with that being said, like a campus life are working with all these areas. So if let's say you're an international student, you can just visit one office to get your residence life, and also your resident student living on campus. You can just go to one office to get your residence life um, things done, as well as the international programming part of it. So pretty much you need one office, and the office will help you with all the needs that is here on campus. And also, I know many of international students wanted to um, get in the United States and have a job on campus. And as an international student, the first two, like, depends on your degree of pursuing. If you're a graduate student and it differs from your undergrad student. If many of undergrad students, you don't have the necessary undergrad courses yet, so you cannot officially start your CPT that is off campus to get a work experience. You can always work on campus, as I mentioned above, but I didn't really go deep into. We have the student-run business that hire international students, as well as actually the sweet shop right across my office. We have an international student work there, as well as we have international student working in our office, as well as building managers and building assistant for the Hillwood student buildings. And pretty much the process for that is quite simple as well. There will be applications that you can pick up from our office. Once you have the application completed, we will call you for an interview. And if you pass the interview, and the job is yours. There's different things that you can do here. We have the sweet shop, which is a dessert. It's a shop that sells sweet and dessert and snacks. We also have the student boutique, which is a student-run business that sell clothes, accessories, scarves, and we just recently opened our bronze shop, which is like pretty much you have your it's similar to the Apple Store and the Genius Bar function that you have pretty much you have your own computer IT help here on campus, and the bronze store actually have great student discounts if you ever feel like getting new electronic accessories, including your computers, iPads, um, iPhone, and any electronic related and technology related store that you can have it here on campus. And also, I think I'm not sure if I mentioned that we also have um, a very nice craft recreation center that work closely with our office. The prep center is the gym on campus that you can have recreational sports like basketball, like badminton, like ping pong. We have a great swimming pool here as well. Students often enjoy go to these kind of places. Cool. Let's see. I'm not sure if you wanted to know more about the community service part of it. I would say, as an international student personally, I really feel that it's a great way that I enhanced my experience here because not to say that in China we don't have opportunity to do community service, but it's a lot different. And I personally have gone to several different community service here, including like I mentioned before, the soup kitchen, which is a place that you we serve the homeless people around the area with food, hot food, and we cook for them, we serve them, and we pack the as you all know, the holiday season are coming. We pack the holiday giveaway bags with turkeys, gravies, and all the other food for them. And pretty much all these locations really need students and volunteer help because their staff are not that many, but there are a lot need to be met. And also, I've been to the senior and adolescent housing for developmental related children and adolescents and adults. It's quite different when you do different community services, but it's all the same that you get to learn a lot while you're helping other students. And also like I have been here for more than 7 years. I think um, speak from a student point of view, not like a staff member, I would definitely say my experience here at LIU Post really make me feel welcomed. I personally started two organizations here on campus, and they're still upgrowing. I personally feel that's a great experience I have had here. It really built up my leadership skill, and also Post with the support of the international office on its campus, I think LA Post has become my second home in a way. Also, I would say like all the like that's kind of another reason that I am doing this job right now to like better help you guys as potential students here at LA Post to have the same experience that I have had before, that you can feel Post will be your second home as well as all your international program needs are met, and we can all again like I'm just happy to work with you all. Okay. As I would go back to the residence life part of it, I know many of your international students are interested to know how the campus actually look like, as well as how the um, residence life, like residence halls looks like. As I've like the pictures I've shown you before, the passport around the hall, these events, let me just open them once again. This event happen in your residence life, in your residence hall. So this is will be how your residence hall lobby looks like. We did a lot of renovations, a lot of these we have bulletin board flyers and different type of things that we have here. It's gonna be a little bit different from the pictures that you have seen right now. But Resident Life is definitely a place that international students hang out the most. I remembered that when I was my freshman year, that I pretty much I really hang out a lot in the Resident Life like lobbies. It's a like a lounge like room that all the students can go in that room and have coffee, have dessert, or even have dinner all together, have gatherings, stuff like that. I really spent a lot of time in my dorm with my friends, and really that helped me get connected with other international students on campus, as well as students from my own culture that I really will help you feel less homesick or feel more welcomed here on campus. The residence life stuff are very helpful. Like they assist you like on a very good timely fashion with all the stuff that you needed with. Let me show you a bit more. Um, I'm not sure if any of you wants to more about how the housing is like on campus. We have a 24 quiet housing building that is called the separate building. If you would prefer more quiet studies time, have more time for yourself in terms to focus on academic related time. Cool. I just see it. Before I continue, I just see a question coming in. Um, one of the students wants to know about the what are the dorms actually looks like. Cool. As I mentioned before, as the conversation I had before is about the 24 hours quiet building that is the that you can allow international students to actually choose that housing option. So it's more you can more focus on again, like I said before, academic studies, and it's not like 24 self 24 hours quiet that you don't have a campus life. You can always have your campus life other locations on this campus. So the 24 hours quiet building it's like a two like a standard room consists with you share a roommate, like two roommates share one room, and then facilities of including the shower and bathrooms shared. Each floor has one bathroom that is shared with. You can shower there. You can use all the equipment there, as well as we have microwaves and for each on each in each building. So even at night, if you feel like have a snack or something, you can always utilize the microwave, as well as we just renovated the vending machines. So one of the buildings have ice cream vending machines, have coffee and vending machines. So even at night, if all the dining places are closed, you still have an option for these fancy vending machines. Um, other um, other residence residence life services including other residence halls that we have like we also have suite options that it's over at one of the buildings. It's called SRC that and if you later on, let's say when you're a freshman, you want to focus on more on your studies, stuff like that, then you choose the stuff of the 24-hour quiet one. And later, when you are a junior or a senior here, that you have made more friends and you really want to be rooming with your friends, or like four of your friends want to living together, like an apartment-like suite, then you can choose to switch over to the SRC option, which you can like two it's again like two people share a room, but it's like a suite. So it consists with a lobby, a private own bathroom, as well as two rooms that like suit together. So it's like an apartment like you share one room with your roommate, and four of your friends can live together in one big apartment. Then you have a private lobby that's like a lounge, not really a lobby, but like a lounge area where if you want to hang out with a friend or hosting small birthday parties, that you can utilize the space to do so. And also we have buildings that have air conditioning. It's usually the weather here in New York, well, at least online, it's really not that bad. So when you started here in late August, the beginning of September, it's actually the weather that from the morning and night, the weather starts to get chilly, so you don't really need air conditioning that much as many other international um, like many other countries. There are places like Taiwan that's very hot, or like places in China is quite hot as well. You need to need air conditioning for that. So it's not all the residence life has air AC service, but we definitely have some like one or two buildings that have air conditioning if you would like to uh, utilize that as well. Their Brookville has air conditioning that, and also all the it's actually quite cold here in the winter, so all the residence halls have heater that you can turn it on to make sure you keep yourself warm. And other things about residence life is pretty much like if you have any questions or any needs that need to be met, you can certainly communicate to one of the residence life staff member. They are always very helpful and they're always like eager to help you to make sure that your life here and your life here in their residence halls are enjoyable. Well, let's check. Oh, I think I think I've mentioned the Platt Recreational Center earlier. Again, it's a gym on campus that you can have your recreational sports there. Also, like all these buildings on campus that we host annual events or biannual events from a office standpoint of view that is open up to all the students. One highlight thing that we just had is this past semester is called the Midnight Madness. It's an event that we cheer up our sports team, the basketball season, and there's an after party after the event that you can go to. We usually during a lot of these events we usually have a lot of giveaways that students always are interested for. That we have the a giant 42-inch TV. We had the gift cards and like book scholarships. Um, we actually well, I think another things I mentioned about scholarship. Um, I think many students are interested in that subject. We actually have a book scholarship that you can apply from our office. You can pick up applications from the beginning of the semester. But if you were selected and your application was selected, then we will cover your book for the whole semester. So that would be something that interested to look into. And again, like I said, when you first step your step up here at LIU Post, make sure you get connected with some of our office members that you can get more information. If there's anything that you would like to know, don't feel free to ask. There, I would say from my own student experience, it's better that you ask the question before you got into the problem, pretty much, so we can better help you. And okay, let's see. Also, for the campus life programming part of that, it is also American schools' tradition to have a homecoming. I'm not sure many international countries have these kind of traditions. Pretty much, it's a big event that the whole school celebrates. It's like a and all alumni and people who graduated from the school will come back for that day, and that the homecoming really have a nice football game actually. So if for our international student, if you have never seen what it's American football looks like, you can definitely join and come to this event to get a different diverse culture experience on this end. Like I said, if I was also a student here, so if you would have any questions student related, feel free to ask me. I have noticed there are some of our guests that joined us late. For just want to let you know, the slide I put up right now is that is tells you more about what is the campus life office about, what are the services that we have. And again, like campus life always work closely with the sports team on our campus. So we organize fan buses if you're interested in American football when our football team is going outside states to for their competition games, and we have buses that take you there. And it's again a lot of these student activities are free. And from the past experience, I also know that our international students are interested to see the Broadway show. With student ID card, that you can get discount here from Campus Life. You can just get a ticket from concierge desk with movie tickets, and also there are several different Broadway show that we do every year. We just need to look out for the flyers for it. We had a Cinderella, we have Little City Christmas Hall, which is a very Christmas show, which is very famous and popular, like holiday must theme Broadway that here in New York. So with like as I said before, with Long Island so close to New York, that a lot of these activities that you can have through campus life is actually related to the New York City. We have the basketball game that you can see the over at the Madison Square Garden. I think all the gentlemen who like basketball would really excited for that. On all these tickets are student discounted. So with your um with your student ID card, you can always get a discount for these kind of services. And also, I have to mention there's a Tillis Performing Arts Center here at LIU Post. There are big um, shows that is by well-known artists that will happen in Tillis because it's one of the biggest performing center here on Long Island. And with student ID card that each student can get a $10 student or $10 to $15 student discounted price through this through the event. And also, if you would like to take your chances, there also is a chance for you to get a free ticket if the show if the show starts within two hours and the tickets still not sold out, then you can with your student ID card you can get a free admission for these shows and events. Past times I've been to many of these shows. I have there was a year that the school cast like Wicked or Cats, all these famous Broadway that you don't really have to travel into city to go to Broadway to see these shows. You can actually we have a performing center here, and also we have a student performing center as well. They are theater students on this campus, and they do um, shows similar to Broadway, but in different ways. And they also, actually, this semester, one of their one of the promotions actually had a chapter or session of the show that showed in the cast out in the Hayward Student Center, where it's actually a very exciting event for a lot of international students to know to see actually how the theater and how the show actually went and how the musical did. Okay, say a question here. Let's see. Mhm. Okay, so I okay at this point again I'm not sure if I explained clearly on the subject how to start your own culture club. So pretty much you can have a conversation with one of our officers, and we will explain to you there are regulations, certain regulations you have to follow. Again, all the student organizations have to follow the area post student handbook with all the conduct noted in the student handbook, and also for our incoming students that all these information are available online on the LIU Post website. You can certainly just go on the website and click on student handbook. Even before you get here, you can get to know the campus a little more that way. And if you are interested, like the prep, don't feel hesitated that you have to um, start your own club. It's actually not that hard. All these clubs here, all these organizations here were not there when I first started. So a lot of students actually take that opportunity with for the campus life service to um, let's just see. Let me just get you to the club slide so you can, while my friends join us later, you can see what kind of student organizations that we have here on campus. So a lot of these student organizations were not there when I first started at LIU Post, but take a look how many actually organizations we have now. So it's never late for you to start your own organization to represent your culture and other students from your culture, and moreover other international students actually appreciate the fact that we have different diverse cultural organizations on campus. So although you're just studying in the United States, but with this opportunity that you can get to know other culture a little bit more, and you can have a chance to make friends and mingle with other students as well. Um, see. I think there are, if again, like as I mentioned before, I also a graduate student here at Campus Life. So even after this presentation, if you have still have any campus life related questions, again, let me just bring you back to the slide of where what a campus life is for. Just feel free to email me. My email address is trista.lu, L-U, at my at LIU, Stanford Lion University, at liu.edu. So you can always use that to contact me. And if you have any questions like campus life related, student activity related, or even about your residence life experience, please feel free to email me that way. And also, I know all the international students, I think as you already, some of them you may already know that we have the international orientation. We also have one in spring. We have one in spring and one in fall semester. I think from the video I've showed you at the beginning, you can see there are one of our student international orientation leaders. These students, they are actually students at LIU Post, and they are here to help you get connected with the campus life as well as your life here at LIU Post. The this year the spring orientation is starting from Jan January 16th. And if you have any orientation related questions, you can feel free to ask me as well. Again, like my email is trista, Trista, .lu at liu.edu. So just to explain to you more what is orientation, um, I think I pretty much before I first got here, I learned this word. Like I didn't really know what orientation meant before when I first started. But orientation is pretty much like a process or a couple of days of experience that we can get you oriented on this campus in a way. So there will be registration sessions for our undergrad students, for ESL students as well as there are camp getting like it kind of we have immigration sessions that you can learn about your immigration responsibilities, your responsibilities as F1 students more through orientation, and we have campus tours that I know what the first time you started you probably wouldn't know which buildings are where, so these campus tours are really get you connected with the campus, knowing where to go for certain helps. And we also have fun student activities that help you mingle with students. We have city to New York City, like trip to New York City, and other movies and other karaoke nights and other fun events throughout the whole orientation process. And the goal for orientation I know you all of you have just got here, you just landed on New York, just got off plane, and you have no idea how to start your life here at your host orientation, and the one of orientation leaders are there to help you get connected on campus, as well as getting to know campus a little bit more. Again, we also have Q&A sessions during orientation, so if you have any academic related questions, you can always ask us during that time. And if you have any housing application or anything like that, please feel free to email me and I will forward your email to the right contact person here at LIU Post. Okay, let's see. Okay. So, I guess at this moment, before we close down and stop the broadcasting for today, I would like to say I really think your experience at Post will be wonderful. As I'm a student myself, I really can say that because it has been a great and wonderful experience for me. Throughout my time being at Post, like I mentioned before, I really like I really enhanced my leadership skill and um, I I would have no idea that I would become the me today in a way. And the staff here, the international staff here, are actually very helpful. They really helped me a lot towards my growth as a leader as well as a student, and later on as a professional. So I would wish you all have a great experience in New York as well as here at the LU Post. Again, like if you would ask me, what would be a highlight or takeaway point for me and here will be the staff members here, including your professors and the international office staff. They really care about your success. So I have seen a lot of my friends and a lot of students saying that we sometimes when we first got here the first semester, if you don't do well, it's okay. You can always reach out to professors or the staff member here, the international staff member as well as the campus life staff member if you ever need any help. It's never too late to ask for help, but if you really think there's some area you need help with, it's always good for you to do that, like to ask for help ahead of time. Because there are situations, if you feel like, okay, I'm not doing good in particular one course, maybe I will just, give it some time. It is good at giving it some time, give yourself some time to try and see if you will do better. But like it's always better if you think there's some area that you need help with, reach out to the people and reach out to the resources that they can help you. It's better to get help ahead of time before it's too late in a way. So I would wish that you here at the Outpost would be a wonderful experience, and I would just wait for another minute or two, see if there's any more questions that you have. Okay. All right. So, again, I'm looking forward to see you all here at an LA Post. I will be the one to greet you at your international orientation, and I hope that your life here at Post and New York will be wonderful, will be successful experience that you have had for your education. And thank you all for listening for the presentation. And once again, if you have any questions after this presentation, you can email me at trista@liu.edu with all the campus life related questions. Thank you.